Hey, what's up, everyone? Um, the last 2 nights I did some videos on myself, who I was, but it's not really about me. The new covenant is not really about me. It's about you. It's about whoever's listening to this and your creator. It's about you and your creator. It has nothing to do with anyone else. Any other religions, any other priests, any other religious hierarchy or leaders or nothing. It's your relationship with your creator, and it's an opportunity to connect with your creator, to have a relationship, a direct relationship with that universal consciousness that is with you on an hourly, on a minute by minute basis all the time. It's always with you. It's guiding you. It's supporting you. It's cradling you. And it's always there for you. And so it's always there for you on a subconscious level, but if you want to connect on a conscious level, that's what it's all about, is connection with the creator. And with the whole of the human family, because that's what the creator does, is unites. So as you connect with the creator, you connect subconsciously with the human family and with the animal family and with the just everything that exists family. And that's what it's about. It's about you. It's about your livelihood, your peace, your well-being, and you will find that well-being in the new covenant. And that's what it's all about, is finding your well-being, finding your peace, finding your position as a kind of like as a baseline, as a spiritual baseline. And it's the great and remarkable thing about the new covenant is the simplicity. It's very simple. It's not intellectually challenging to understand it. You read it, you understand it. And you can get as deep as you want, you can get as intellectual as you want about different points of it. But it's easy. Even the most simple person, in the most simple of circumstances on earth, can understand it. And can make that covenant with their creator. So it doesn't require of intellectual knowledge. Everyone has this knowledge of good and evil as they grow. I mean, as they reach a certain age, everyone has this innate knowledge of whether they're doing something good to others, to themselves, or are they causing harm. And that's what it essentially comes down to. So it's not, you don't need any intellectual depth for this. And so it's universal. It can be applied. Anyone can make this promise with their creator. But on the other hand, we also must not think that we shouldn't be intellectually curious as well. So if you are curious and you do have questions and you do seek answers that are beyond the surface, or just anything that you have doubts about, you should seek them directly with the Creator. You should seek them and you will receive answers. So intellect isn't something negative necessarily. It can be, but it can be something very great as well, very positive. Just depends how you use it. Because there's a lot of circles that look down on intellectualism as well. And I don't think that's healthy either. There shouldn't be either way. You can be simple-minded or you can be intellectually deep. And don't get me wrong, you can be deep and simple-minded. Because simple-minded, love is something that's not intellectual. We all know that. It's something that goes beyond that. To love a child, to love a parent, to love a spouse, to love a brother, to love a dog, to love an animal, to love anything is not an intellectual exercise. It's something that just goes beyond that. And that's what it's all about. And kids teach us that a lot. What love is, how to love unconditionally. Animals teach us that. Dogs teach us that, particularly in my case. But it doesn't require of great education, because love is something simple. And sometimes we get too complicated and too I don't know if you're following my drift, but so the simplicity is something beautiful that we should never forget. The simplicity of basic truth of love, of what love is, and for us to be who we want to be, this love, to be it, even if we don't receive it back from people. And so that's our mission, to be the light. And so I just wanted to leave you guys with that simple little message today. That surrendering, because in order to have that unconditionality and that love in your heart, you really can't be too attached to any type of any type of things, like any great ambitions or great because it's simple. It's in the simplicity of just letting it go, doing your best, but just letting it go, having faith. So have faith. The kingdom is here. We can only imagine, and we should imagine, what it feels like to be in the kingdom, to be in the presence of our Creator. And we know that presence isn't like it's probably not a human but it's in everything, right? But it's as real as talking to a human, or even more real, because we're not human. We're consciousness. We're not human beings. We're consciousness. So that connection, when you surrender and you become part of that connection, that connectivity, with all of your past, like all of your ancestors, all of your offspring. And we're all ancestors. We all share the same ancestry. It's just a beautiful thing. And so let's keep it simple sometimes. Sometimes not. Sometimes yes. But sometimes just keep it simple. Enjoy the innate ability for us to love. That's one of the greatest gifts we've been given, is just the innate ability for us to love one another. For us to do that whenever we want to. It's your choice to do that. And you don't have to do it. You can just do it in your consciousness, which is the beautiful thing as well. You don't have to go and knock on your neighbor's door and say, I love you. You don't have to do that. You can do it in your consciousness, which is beautiful. And that will eventually bear fruit, and it will spread, and you will connect with others as you interact on a daily basis, doing your daily things, whatever you do. But we don't have to force things, which is the beautiful thing. We don't have to force anything. We have to be at peace. We have to be in that connection. And it's a simple task, but it's a hard task in this day and age. But with faith, it becomes easier and easier. And the more you practice that faith, the more you're immersed within the reality of the kingdom of God, and the more it just becomes a reality. And it will become a reality. And the glory, we will see the glory with our own eyes. We will see the glory of what we will become, and what we will, where we came from dust and from anguish and from suffering. There's so much suffering in the world, and there's so many people in anguish and in despair and in agony. And we will see where we end up. And when we see the light in everyone, and how everyone comes out of that, it's just going to be a glorious time in humans' development. And then who knows what's going to happen after that, right? But with faith in this eventual outcome of humanity, of all human beings, not just a few, a select few, but all of us. When we have faith in that, and on a day-to-day basis we think in that reality and act as if we were there, and have faith in that reality becoming a reality, then we become part of the creation that's going on in creating that reality. So I will see you all tomorrow by